Hey everyone, it's Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures. I hope you are having a great morning. It's Saturday morning. This is what Saturday morning looks like. Yes, last night I was having fun with the family. My daughter had a wonderful soccer game that was slightly out of town. It was like about an hour and 10 minutes away. So by the time I got home, it was around 10 o'clock, which was T-Mall's time. So otherwise I would have hopped on, but then nobody would have been here. And so I just thought, you know what? I'm going to squeeze myself in before Kupi Kai Art jumps on and just say hello to everybody and make sure that we get our anxiety weekend, right? That kind of sounds odd, right? We're not going to have a week of anxiety. We are going to talk about how we can discover how to calm ourselves. So, hey Donna, hey Cat Hair and Chaos, Amy, I'm so glad you are here. Hi Mary. Oh no, you fell down the stairs last night. Oh dear. Hey Muttnuts, so good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hey Gail, good morning. Hey Sarah, glad to see you. So, today, we are going to take a few minutes to talk about anxiety because it is May, Mental Health Awareness Month. And then we're going to play a little game, and then I have a little giveaway. I'm going to be giving away this craft room. I did open it for this for a video to show you guys what it looked like inside, but where I'm going to be giving this away for those who are in chat. So just FYI, that's what we're going to be doing at the end of chat. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful start to their weekend. Here in Michigan, we are having a beautiful weekend. If you hear noise in the background, it is my son. He is playing and my husband is taking good care of him. Don't worry. But it is absolutely fun, random stuff to all. Hey, Chaotic Crafting, so good to see you. All right, so what is this dirty word called anxiety? I know everyone's like, oh, there's anxiety medication, there's therapy, there's calming skills, there's coping skills. As a trauma therapist, I am not here to be your therapist. I am not here to tell you to go on medication. I am not here to tell you that calming coping skills are going to cure anxiety. What I am here to tell you is what happens to yourself when anxiety happens, because many times we don't understand where anxiety comes from. And if we understand where anxiety comes from, it's not so scary. And then we are able to understand why things help us. And then we're more apt to use the things that help us. And those things also end up helping us better, if that makes sense, or they're more efficient. So, what happens with anxiety, and I actually have anxiety myself, is we are built when we're born. The first thing that happens in the biological mother's womb is our brain develops what's called the survival brain, that brain stem. And don't worry, it's not going to get super scientific. And that's the part that helps us breathe. That's the part that helps our heart beat. That's the part, all those things that keep us alive without us actually thinking about it, right? That's why it's called the survival brain. But it's also that alarm system. So when we are in danger or we think we're in danger, it's that smoke detector that goes, "Rah, rah, rah, alert, alert, alert." And it sends out a message to our brain, which tells our brain to start pumping out chemicals that elevate our breathing. So we breathe more quickly, so we can pump more oxygen into our bloodstream, which then helps us if we're running. We can run faster. If we're fighting, we can hit harder. If it just helps us if we need to survive, right? To survive better. The next part is between our ears, kind of the center part. It's our emotional brain. These are where all of our feelings are. Think, anger, excitement, sadness, shame, discomfort, pain, all of these emotions that we feel, grief, these things, and so that's the emotions. And the emotions are controlled by what is going on in our life as to how small or how big they are based on the feedback it's receiving from the survival brain, from the outside world, and from the thinking brain that we're going to talk about in a minute. They're very influential. And that's why you hear a lot of times that the heart is deceptive. That proverb comes from that feelings are real to us, but they don't lead to the truth of facts. So you can be sad, and I can be sad, and that's real to me, and that's truth to me. But that doesn't mean that I can't overcome that sadness. It's not a fact for the rest of my life. Like, my heart can be, an example would be, I am a failure. All right. That is a belief system that my heart could take and make it a feeling and think that it's a feeling of failure, where the reality is it's a belief system. It's in the thinking brain, not the feeling brain. And so the heart is deceptive, saying, oh, you're feeling you're a failure. And the truth is, no, it's a belief system. So the feelings get small and big based on feedback. So they are very influenced, right? Very influenced. And then there's the thinking brain, and that's that bumpy stuff that you always see when you see a brain. And that the thinking brain is that logic of what's 2 plus 2. When you're trying to think about what color do I pick, green is usually a leaf, or brown is usually a tree trunk, or pepper in my mac and cheese is going to make it a little bit more hot and spicy. Salt's very salty, I got to watch that. Or I need to stop at the stoplight because red means stop. So thinking is that logic that helps us put one foot in front of the other. So why am I saying all this? Hopefully I haven't lost you. The reason I'm saying this is because anxiety is influenced between the two bottom parts of our brain, not our thinking brain. So if you think about your brain like a fist, okay, your wrist is the survival brain, your thumb is the emotions, and your fingers are the thinking. When the alarm goes off, for instance, you think someone is talking about you at work, or you think your boss doesn't like you, and your survival brain starts alerting you. And it's going to send this feedback into your brain, and there's going to be this chemical release. Okay, I'm not going to get into all the chemicals unless you want to. If you want to, put it in the comments down below, and I can do a whole separate section. So it's going to release these chemicals, and the feelings are going to go woo, really big. And when the feelings go big, the thinking brain goes, I'm out of here. Like the fingers flee, right? They're like, I'm out of here. This is too much for me. I didn't sign up for this. And the reason being is if you were actually faced with a car coming straight on you and you needed to be in survival mode, the way our brain is built is the thinking brain has to be out of the way, because if our thinking brain was in the way for true survival, our thinking brain would start to go, that car is going really fast. I wonder if I should run to the left, but then I might get all muddy. Can I run to the right? But there's a fence in the way. I wonder if the car sees me, if it can stop in time. Maybe I should just stand here. So the thinking brain is going to get in the way of us surviving. So the survival brain and the shoots out the chemicals. The feeling brain goes, run, right? And the thinking brain goes, I'm out of here. And so your body runs and you survive. Well, that doesn't really work when you're at work and you think your boss doesn't like you, and you start to ruminate on this and you start to get anxious, like, oh my gosh, if they come in, now I have to do everything right in my emails and I have to show up on time, and the pressure and that, and you start to excuse me, you start to have all these feelings. So it keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And so the tools for anxiety are to help the emotions start to feel safe and start to go from here, overwhelming, start to come down to safety. So the thinking brain can come back and then help us start to logically think through, okay, maybe my boss is just having a bad day. Or if my boss doesn't like me, I still have HR to back me up. Hi, Rebecca. Or I have a choice to leave this position. So I'm going to, on the side, start applying because my boss can't control me. Or I know I'm doing the best I can, and my identity doesn't come from her. And so as you start to do that, you might have this much anxiety and you might have this much stress, and that's okay, but you're not going to have this much. And so that can happen with being around people at the mall. Like, I get stressed and anxious at the mall. And so I know that. And so going in, I think to myself, all right, something that helps me, I'm using my thinking brain before my emotions and my survival brain are triggered, because I know this happens. Because I know this, I think, all right, I have a checklist of what I'm looking for at the mall. And because I have this checklist, it helps me not focus on the people around me, and I can do the checklist. And so I'm going to go in and I'm going to go to the stores that I need to go to. I also know I don't like to go to 18 different stores, so I'm only going to go to 3. 3 is my max. If I don't get what I need in 3 stores, I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to go home and I'm going to start again later. So because I know this about myself, I'm able to take a deep breath and able to work through the anxiety. Now, I still have a little bit of that anxiety. I still don't like being around a lot of people at the mall, but because I know how my body does, how my brain works, I'm able to work through that. Sometimes our brains cannot produce enough of the chemicals we need to help our emotions settle down. sometimes our brains produce too much chemical that our emotions can never settle down. And that's where these medications come in. Just because you're on medication does not mean you're not strong enough. It's actually a scientific thing that your brain does not produce what it needs to produce to keep you functioning. And that's why it's so important to combine therapy with medication, because if you're on medication and you are with a therapist, they can help you regulate, and then you could potentially go off of medication. Also, they can help you process through, okay, this might mean I need to be on medication. I have been on anxiety medication, self-disclosure, for over 20 years. And it's because my brain does not make enough of a certain chemical to keep myself regulated. And I have been very even for the most part, except when I was pregnant with my oldest. They took me off the medication, and that's where we get the funny throw the potato story across the room. And they decided, we're not taking you off that medication with my youngest because it was not smart. It was not safe for me to go off that medication. And the medication was actually, after 20 years and even 20 years before that, it was safe to be on it when you're pregnant. So I was not too worried. But anxiety itself is a scary thing because you feel like you're out of control. And that's how you feel. But the truth is, if you know about anxiety and you go, okay, I feel like I'm out of control, so I need to find one thing that I can control. So when you feel out of control, you look at the one thing in your life that you can find control in. So a lot of us look at breathing, because breathing we can find control in no matter where we're at. Like if you're in a car, on a subway, in your bed, taking a walk, in the mall, your lungs are with you at all times. So a lot of times we're like, all right, you can control your breathing. And so if you focus on your breathing and you do some breathing techniques, different things like that, then it helps your thinking brain come back online, and you start to understand that you do have some control and that you do have choices, and your thinking brain goes, okay, like in my mall situation, I'm like, all right, I have a choice. I'm feeling anxious. I need to leave now. And sometimes I tell my husband that, and he's so amazing. He's like, okay, let's go. We can go right now. Or I'll say, I need to go to the car. Can you finish up here? Okay, that's fine. And he knows that. And I just go to the car and I sit, and it's fine. And I accept it, or if I'm at work and it's, oh my gosh, unbelievable, I will go to the bathroom and I will shut the door and I just sit there and I just breathe. I mean, it's been in the middle of a meeting and I've excused myself in the middle of a very important meeting and gone to the bathroom and just taken some breaths. There's been times where my son, because he doesn't sleep through the night, he screamed for the first 2 years of his life throughout the night. I will just go and sit somewhere and just breathe, knowing he's safe, knowing he's okay, and just breathe. If breathing doesn't fix things, the concept is not to fix the anxiety. The concept is, when you feel out of control, to find one thing that helps you know that there's something in your life that you can control. One thing. And Rebecca put a perfect thing in there. She daily walks her dogs, and that's invaluable. So just one thing in your life. And no matter if you're bedridden, no matter if you have chronic illness, no matter if you work 70 hours a week, there's always one thing in your life that you have control over. And, I joke with my husband sometimes, would you still stay married to me if I was a quadriplegic? And he's like, yes. And, so we talk about like my identity is not, being a therapist and being a mom. And like those are my things, but my identity is my character and who I am inside. And I can blink my eyes and I can think and wiggle my tongue and sniff my nose and whatever to communicate. But there's always something in your life that you can control. And the lie is that everything in my life is out of control. And I even believe that lie too, right? I'm not perfect and I cry about it and I yell about it and I get angry about it. But then I calm down and I come back to the realization that um, I do have things in my life that I can breathe through and I can control. So, with that, that's my little talk about discovering your calm and a little side note on anxiety and where it comes from. So, next week, I would really like to talk about shame. Shame is something that I'm struggling with right now in my own life. So, I would like to talk about shame next week. So, I think that's going to be the topic for next week. But I have a game for you guys. So, first, I want to hear about how your week is going. What are you up to this weekend? How is the weather? It's beautiful here in Michigan. We had a beautiful night last night. It's 70s today. It's going to actually be really nice tomorrow. We rarely have a nice weekend for Mother's Day. So I'm super excited. Little man's going to get a haircut this afternoon. My daughter's out roughing soccer today and tomorrow. We're going to go see the in-laws and take them Mother's Day treats tomorrow. But what are you guys doing this weekend? How is the weather? Are you still out there? Let me know. Blow up the chat. Let's get this party started. You got to get the chat started because we're going to play games. You got to be ready to put things in the chat. So I know Rebecca's here. I know Amy's here. Mary's a little sore. I'm diamond painting and doing chores using the tiny decision app to tell me what I'm doing. There you go, Kat. Good job. My plans are huge. I have to watch the cross-examination and the Karen reach out. I've been binge watching you. I'm up to, I think, day 5 or 6. 5 or 6. I did day 1, 2, and 3. And then I think I did 4 and 5. And then they're going to cross-examine someone. Spending a quiet weekend. Gail is. Sarah's diamond painting and feeding the cats. I hope you're not feeding the cats diamond paintings. I know I have a lot to catch up on. Oh, so much. So much. All right. Okay. Here we go. Now, if you are hashtag replay, you can also play this game just for fun, just to see what's going on. I've played this game before and everyone's had a blast. There's usually 40 to 60 people in chat, so I'm not sure how this is going to go, but it's still going to be fun. We're still going to figure it out. No, they are good kitties. They get their food. Okay, so this game is how much like Jennifer is your craft area. Hey, Bonnie. So I'm going to blow my nose real quick, and then we're going to start. Okay. So I have gathered a few things in my craft area. The rule is it has to be in your craft area. If you have a crafting room, okay. If your craft area is in the side of your living room, okay. This is not run through your whole house to find something, all right? So I'm going to show you something. Oh, hi, Betty. I'm going to show you something. Chaotic is diamond painting this morning, some organizing, listening, waiting for her daughters to come home for the weekend. Oh, yeah, Amy, I was watching that as well. And so I'm going to show you an item and I'm going to explain, and then you're going to put an emoji. I'm not going to keep track of who has however many. It's the honor system, okay? But you're going to put an emoji in chat if you have that item. And we're going to see how many people have these items, okay? So the first item, a set of headphones. So they can be the kind that plug in, they can be whatever. Set of headphones. So put an emoji in the chat. Anybody have a set of headphones in their crafting area? How much like Jennifer are you? Okay. Here we go. Some sort of measuring device. So it can be a ruler, or it can be one of these that pull out. Rebecca, just type the word emoji or emo. All right, now you have to be able to put your hand on this. You can't just be like, oh, it's in my drawer. All right, because I'm actually touching this. So you got to be able to put your hand on it. Okay. I'm not asking you to pull it out, but like if you can go, whoop, there it is, then it counts. All right. Some sort of nail file. Now we get these a lot when we buy things. So some sort of nail file. I have tissues, but I don't think that's on my list. Now keep track of your own because we're going to ask. Michelle just used hers. Yay, Michelle, you knew right where it was. Some sort of nail file. Okay. This one's a little specific, but yet not. This is putty in a jar. So it needs to be putty in a jar, not wax, putty. Putty in a jar. Does not have to be NYX's specific putty, but some sort of putty in a jar. This one I haven't used yet. This one is Emoji Orange Sickle Putty. It smells good. I played this game once and people were like running through their house. It was so funny. Okay. That's okay, Kat. That's okay. It's just jar in general. Not all right. An abnormally shaped tray. So what I mean is not a square or rectangle. So it can be like a butterfly shaped, a circle shape, an oval shape, but not a square or a rectangle. So this would be a normal shape. This would be a normal shape. This is a normal shape. So it needs to be like a circle, a butterfly, the shape of a state, an octagon. These are fun. I like these. So an abnormally shaped tray. It doesn't have to be this one, but. All right, you guys ready? Ready for the next one? A piece of candy that came with one of your purchases. So not one that you bought. So like the thank you candy. If you still have it. You know how when we buy things from small business, this is Small Business Week. Woo, National Small Business Week is this week. Excuse me. But if you have a piece of candy left somewhere, bingo, yes, Rebecca got one. A piece of candy still that was in one of your purchases. Nope, they don't last long. I just found this in my drawer. So I was like, hey, this is good. 5 seconds. Yay. Okay. Love that. Love that. All right. A sticker with words on it. This one says, I am a potato. A sticker, it has to have words on it. Okay. So it can say, you're great, fantastic, I'm a potato, you rock, whatever. But a sticker, but it has to have words on it. You have to have it like you can't just know it's in your drawer. You have to be able to see it or touch it if I came to your house. Seriously, I ate the candy when I opened that. Sorry, Amy. Oh, Shelly, I like your emoji. Too cool. Canic's like, me, I got one. Yeah, that's great. Craft or treat sticker on your computer. That works, Rebecca. You guys are great. Lots of those, right? Okay, some sort of stress relief. So it can be one of these popper things. It could be a squish ball. It could be I don't know, anything that's meant to relieve stress. So some sort of stress relief device. So this one might be, I don't know if this is a hard one or not. So it can be a little squish ball. It could be one of these. It could be a Rubik's Cube, if that helps you. It could be something, the textural that you touch, since we talked about anxiety. Something that relieves tension. How you guys doing? Looking down at your sheet, doing good. How alike are you? Are we twins? Are we crafty twins? Yeah, cool, Amy. That'll work. All right, some sort of lotion. Some sort of lotion. I have like 3 lotions. One of them's from Donna. This one isn't from Donna, but I have like a couple lotions in my drawer. I absolutely love them. And they're actually great for anxiety too, we talked about, because you don't even have to put it on. You can just smell it and it helps lower your anxiety. So lotion, because sometimes when I put lotion on, when I desperately need it, and then I go to Diamond Paint and it's like one of these types of pens, and I go to, because I'm a hard driller. Haha, that's what she said. My hand keeps sliding down. Yeah, get that on film, Rebecca. Get that on film, and then you can keep replaying it. All right, some sort of chapstick or lip balm. Some sort of chapstick or lip balm. Yay, me over here. Rebecca, you might have this next one with all the Legos that you do. Gail blowing us a kiss. I got that. I got that. She's matching our emojis with the objects. All right. A flat tray. It has to have nothing, no grooves inside. So a flat trinket tray. A flat trinket tray. Oh. Do you have this one, Rebecca? Is that emoji for this one? Did you find the emojis? So a flat trinket tray. I thought of Rebecca with this one because of her Legos she does on Monday nights. Go check her out. All right, we're getting to the bottom. There's just a couple more. Just a couple more. All right. Something that controls your wires. So this is a wire holder. Like, for your headphones or whatnot, when you're done using them, or your computer, you need something that keeps your wires together. Doesn't have to be this leather one. It can be a 3M. It could be something from Dollar Tree, but something that controls your wires. Be one of those little Velcro wraps. And it can be in use. It doesn't have to be like me holding it with nothing in it. Something that controls your wires. See, you guys, we are. Oh, where did I get that? I can bring you one, Rebecca. I got a pack of 12. Got them on Amazon. I have, yeah. Got a whole bunch of them. So I like these little leather ones. I can throw it in my purse. And then when I have my headphones and stuff, I can use them. You have this very one, Donna? I think it was like a pack of 10 or 12. Bread clips. That's cool. They're always chaotic. Yeah. So when you're here, remind me, or I'll try to remember. You can pick one of these. All right. Some other craft. So this is, I think, I always get it wrong, and Rebecca corrects me. Is this embroidery? Is that what this is? It's not cross stitch. But it's in Chinese, so I don't know what it's called. But some other craft besides diamond painting. Some other craft besides diamond painting. So Shelly, sometimes because I'm in StreamYard, it doesn't transfer over some of the emojis. So your emoji popped up as octopus red waving. Hi. So cute. So cute. Okay. So how did you guys do? Did you guys like check off how twinsies are we? That works, Amy. How twinsies are we? I didn't count up how many things I had, but let me know. How many things did you have that were like mine? Muttnuts got them all. About half. That's cool. Every one of them. Man, I got a lot of twins out there. I didn't make it super hard. All but one. Maybe we'll have to play again and I'll have to like get that like weird stuff I have because I have so much weird stuff. I'll have to get some weird stuff. I think I need to go shopping. Oh, you're funny. Didn't have one. Oh, Courtney, you're okay. All but two. It just means, yeah, we're just not twins. We can still be sisters, crafting sisters. It's okay. All right. So let me pull up. My second screen is not available right now. So I'm going to pull up the StreamYard giveaway tool. Let's do this. Okay. All right. Yes, Shelly, you will be. Crafting fun. So if you are in chat and you would like, again, it is open, but everything is in here. I just did it for my video. If you would like a chance to win this crafting fun, this craft room kit, it's a hanging sign for your craft room because we just talked about what was in your craft room. Do hashtag crafting fun in the chat and I will pull your name and I will send it out to you this week. So this is for anybody in chat, hashtag crafting fun. As we celebrate good times, come on. And also, we're going to take this break. If you had fun today on this Saturday morning as we wake up, please give me a thumbs up in the hashtag replay crew. If you would like to win something, please put hashtag crafting fun down in the below. And next week, I will pull a name from the replay crew from the comments from this week's live. So hashtag crafting fun. You guys are doing amazing. We have 11 entries. All right. So I am going to go hit the button and we're going to see who wins this. Here we go. Here we go. Cat hair and chaos. Awesome. So fun. So cat hair, if you could send me an email at dpaddictionadventures@gmail.com. I put my email in the chat. If you could send me an email with your name and mailing address, I will get that out Monday in the mail for you. Congratulations. And again, if you are not watching this live and you are watching this as the hashtag replay crew, please make sure to put hashtag crafting fun in the chat comments below. And we will do a giveaway in the live as well as for the chat I keep saying chat, the comments. So thank you so much for being flexible, and I hope to see you on Friday. And we're going to be talking about shame. We'll play another fun game, and we'll do another giveaway. So enjoy your lovely weekend, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.